How you doing, Justin? Summary from our lesson on Saturday, February 3rd, 2007. Thanks for the challenge. It was good. But, glad we got you fixed. Glad you understand what you need to do. That's the bottom line. So here we go. The left side is our before, which you can see up in the corner here. I got before. Okay. Basically from here, really what we did was really more issuing the backswing. You can see how the hips want to kind of shove forward. Okay, I'm going to stop you right there. But your head stays just dead still. The hips shift a little bit to the left, and so really, when I drew you here, I'm going to draw a little different line here. It's almost kind of like we're here. Now we're here. We're almost kind of just shoved out of kink, and so basically, our hips are left, our head's still. It shoves our hips left, and kind of we work through this a little bit. And then because our hips and our weight on the lower body leads on the downswing, and because we're already left, it's going to basically stay there and actually kind of shift and bow back, and that's where you kind of, from the other side, down the line, you'll see the hands are going to raise, and you're going to get, the toe is going to flatten because your hands are going to raise, it's going to pull the club in, the toe is going to flatten, and you're going to either hit it off the toe and the toe is going to spin open, which is going to increase loft, or you're going to flip it, and that's where you kind of just get inconsistent. So here's our after swing. After we'd made a couple summaries here, we want to get the head to rotate a little bit. The head has to rotate there, very minorly, but we had a little bit of a rotation. Okay, now look at how much better our hip position is. Our hips were able to load back a little bit. Okay, which now on the downswing, now we can go back, because they went back, now they can go in. And now we can hit into the left side because we've got it more back to the right. Now you can trap the ball. Now you can get a little more left side. Club will swing down and through the ball, and there you'll get more of your trapping, holding position, because you're in a position that you're going to move left instead of being left. So as we go back here, we start down, the hips want to shove more, and then all of a sudden now they're twisting out of the way. The left shoulder gets up, the left shoulder raises, and there you kind of get a little flippy. From this angle, you don't really see a whole lot of what we're really looking at, except the hips being a little bit more shifted back. Now as we come down the line,
that is smash.
this is why it takes a little while to do an internet lesson, because it's just helpful to see which one's which. Posture's a little better. What we did was we got our hands a little higher, so it brought us up a little bit in our posture. In here, got our hands up a little bit, decreased to the angle that we had here. Shoulder joint to about hands to there. We just decreased that angle quite a bit. Okay. An inch makes a mile, and for you as your caliber, it does make a big difference. So we minimize that. I repeated myself, sorry. But basically when we hit impact, here, I'm going to just draw, here's where your hands are right now. Okay. As we take it away, good takeaway, I mean real solid. The right arm, here's get a little bit in here. The right arm gets a little bit going sideways. Make a little transition over the top. Now as we come down, now the hips are they're driving, not rotating. Now you can see where your hand position got out to. Okay, so it changed quite a bit. Now your hands will raise a little bit, but these really moved out from once they started. Now we're in here, and the toe is going to flatten because the hands are going to raise. So I'm going to watch that in fast motion here just so you can see it. Watch it slow-mo. Right elbow really slides in, but also to the hands raised, and it's more of the lower body, the hips, the head, etc. from that other angle. Now as we go here, oops. There's our hands. The right elbow stays much tighter. The hands stay much more in the proportionate position. They raise a little bit just because of centrifugal force, but they're, because of your weight balance moving back into the ball, you're maintaining your arm position, your arm angle much better. Now you're moving into it, and you can move through it. And the arm stays much tighter. If you look back at your impact position from the time you release it, your left arm just kind of swings out of the way. There, your left arm moves more down the line. Now it's more of a, it's tucked in. The club's already around. It doesn't swing out. It doesn't fan out of the way. It just swings around. I'm going to bring you up on a okay, Nikki. Head position, cocks it. That's more what I was talking about, is just the head rotates. Over here on your first one. You're just trying to keep it so still from any rotation. Just dead there. It's got to rotate a little bit. Just like Nick. Now when it comes here, now he can drive into the left side and it rotates right with it. Here, we really have, now kind of drops down, rolls back, and then it's like taking a pendulum from 6 and swinging it up to 9 without swinging it back to 3 o'clock. You got to have a little bit of give back so it has some give forward. Bring up Bernard Locker. Same thing. Head's got to rotate with the spine. There you go. Now it can rotate with the spine on the follow through. Just got to move. It's got to move. And what we went through, you know that. And so as we go back here, and as he goes back, now you can see how his hips load up. His hips load up real nicely. They aren't shifted, to the left. There. We just shifted that hip back about a couple inches. Moved back a little bit. And that made all the difference in the world, because as that head rotated back, that's got to take that back with it. It just has to happen. And if you push this back, then that would feel like it's going that way and it'd feel real awkward, and you just wouldn't do it. And so we got into our see, now the hips got more to where you needed them to be. And now you can fire them. Head rotated a little bit better with the spine. Now it's got some movement into the ball and can follow through. Real good. Through. Real solid. I was pleased. Good lesson. So really more, Justin, just bottom line was getting the hands a little bit higher and then just allowing the head to rotate with the spine. Don't keep it still, or don't try to keep it still, and it'll kill you. I've seen more killed swings with just some of those thoughts in their head. Not that you even knew it, but now you saw it. So give me some feedback. You can write me an email when you see it. So love to hear your feedback. So until next time, hopefully that putter works really good too. So until next time, we'll see you. See you, Justin.